Hello! Okay, so we are getting back into Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire. Got a bit distracted the past couple of weeks, but again, I just see what I'm in the mood for. So, today we're going to get into Goblet of Fire. Let's get into it. Ooh, some quite intense music to start off with. Nagini. When I was younger, I always thought this was like the same snake that he released from the first one, but I don't think that's true. Ooh, that's a cool way into the credits, because we've always started at like the Dursleys' house. This is the first time we're starting elsewhere. Again, like, I feel like if you just watch the movies and you watch this, you'll be like, what's happening? So in terms of storytelling, at least for me, who's a huge fan of the books, it's hard for me to separate it. Like, I always assume that you know what's happening because, you know what's in the books. Like, there's an extra added layer of, I guess, knowledge, almost not knowledge, but an extra layer of you knowing what's happening.
Be done without him.
Hello, Doctor. See, that would be me done for then, because I would just scream. Oh my god.
Harry!
And everyone's got long hair in this one. The boys,
You're
anyway.
right.
Bloody hell.
Honestly, get dressed.
Me in the morning. I mean, everyone in the morning. You're like, I'm not ready to get up.
It's Amos Diggory, everyone.
I mean, asking teenagers
Works
to
with
get
me
up at the crack
at
of
the
dawn.
ministry. This strapping young lad must be Cedric, am I right?
Sir,
Hi, Robert.
this way.
Everyone loves fangirling over Robert, Cedric, or Edward. Gosh, I haven't watched Twilight in forever.
Don't want to be late.
I love the way they push the shot in there. Look at this boot. Isn't it a great boot? I feel like they use portkeys again in the books, but yeah, kind of like in the movies, like the Time Turners, there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't come back. Ah, yes, the Quidditch World Cup.
Well, kids,
It is kind of neat though, even though J.K. doesn't really expand on it, but you know, the kind of world building she does include. Because like magic's a worldwide thing, right? So there'd be different cultures in the way they do magic. Like, it would have been quite cool to expand on that. I'm sure somebody has. Again, I like to call this TARDIS magic. It's bigger on the inside.
excellent. It's off the table.
Feet off the table!
Classic sibling stuff. I'm sure Harry loves, because he would never have experienced going away as a family on a holiday. Because this is kind of what this is, like he's camping with family, basically.
Invitation of Cornelius Fudge himself.
Don't boast, Draco.
Whack! He's always whacking.
There's no need with these
stick.
people.
I remember seeing a post somewhere of Jason Isaacs. He always sends posts to Tom Felton about how proud he is because he's his, his fake dad. It's quite cute. Ah, yes, Crumb. Hermione's first love interest. I like how Hermione's so excited too. Like, she probably has no idea what's going on, but I don't know, seeing anything live, you just get swept up in, like, the crowds and what's happening. No one cares. Oh, same with that side plot about Fred and George betting with Ludo Bagman. But I think Bagman gets cut completely from this movie, doesn't he? Seems a bit silly for the Death Eaters series. It's literally like, bullying, they just want to show what they can. Oh, and Winky the house elf, she's not in here either. There is like, a lot of kind of changes between the books and the movies, but it's par for the course. Okay, it takes a long time for fire to burn. Like, literally, did everyone just forget about Harry? Hello, Doctor.
More murder!
He has such a small part in this. Well, I guess technically he's in the whole movie, because he's, he's Mad Eye Moody, but the actor himself, he's like in the beginning and he's in the end. Literally, all you need to avoid that spell is duck!
Just the jewels.
Sorry, I'll get it.
Just the jewels.
Ah, yeah, and they're starting to show a bit of Ron's like
2 pumpkin pasties, please.
contention about Harry and his money and his popularity. Oh, and Cho, yeah, a lot more. Like they were angry, angsty in the previous one, but in this one, it's all the other fun adolescent, hormonal, bunch of teenagers stuck in a castle thing time.
You know Sirius will want to hear about this. What you saw at the World Cup and the dream.
Actually, I think in the book it starts off after the Riddle House bit. Harry's writing a letter to Sirius because, you know, it's his parental figure. And again, if you want advice, you go to someone you trust. Thestrals. No, that's not Thestrals. They're giant winged horses. The Thestrals are the ones pulling the... I remember in the book, both of these schools were also like unisex, but the only important ones, the Durmstrongs were the boys and Bill Battles was the girls, like Fleur, so I can understand why they've just sort of simplified it for the movie. Anyway, here come all the ladies. Not sure why they do that. Feels awkward. I was like, well, they know. It's because they're French.
Bloody hell.
That camera was just looking at those butts. Was that because that's where Ron was looking? Still felt odd. And there's Fleur, who I believe she's like a French model. I love how Harry's standing is like, oh my god, beautiful.
And the
That's
high
why the others
master
were all, you know,
Igor Karkaroff.
beautiful and entrancing. These guys are all, you know, threatening and cool, you know. Oh, some tension between, I forget his name, Igor and Snape.
That is what awaits the student who wins the
I refuse to
Triwizard
believe
Tournament.
that all those
But to
desserts
do
were
this,
being
that
touched with that many
student must
children around.
survive 3...
Wicked.
For this reason...
Just noticed that Fred and George have different hair. Like one's more in, the other one's got like flickies. Oh, the sky is freaking out a little bit. The face. I love how subtle. It's like gulp.
What son he's drinking, do you?
Oh, he's trying to set up Karkaroff. That's his name. Trying to set him up as someone to look out for.
When it comes to the dark arts, I believe in a practical approach. But first, which of...
As in, I'm gonna perform stuff on you.
What are you laughing at?
Harry's so happy.
The Cruciatus.
Cruciatus.
Correct! Correct! Come, come!
Such enthusiasm. Yeah, no one needs to see that.
Avada Kedavra!
I like that shot. Zooms into his face.
All right. Mom,
He's a bit
we'll have a
lost
cup of
in
tea.
thought.
I want to show you something.
Okay, Neville hasn't really done much in the last couple of films, except for in the first one.
Bottoms up.
I love that they link arms. Jump. Those are
You said,
hilarious things.
All right, you want a piece of it?
Well, that is what happens, right? There's a fight, people crowd, and then you chant. Apparently, except for Hermione. Oh, Triwizard. It's a bit like, I'm a bit confused. I think there's these things. Anyway, he has an extra name.
Harry
what you
Potter.
doing? I love how he sits down like, ah, darn it. Hermione's just, don't get in trouble, go, go, go. And Ron's grumpy. You think immediately they'd be suspicious of what happens with Harry every year. Like, I didn't do this, okay? Things just keep happening to me. It's because I'm the chosen one. Oh, here it comes.
I protest!
Harry!
I protest!
Harry, you put your name in that Goblet of Fire.
No, sir.
Yes, one of the oldest students to...
A Triwizard champion.
But I don't want to. Oh, and now Ron's mad.
How did you
Now
do
they're
it?
gonna have their tiff.
Weasley, Harry Potter's stupid friend.
Everyone's stupid at 14, am I right?
Piss off.
should laugh, but that was such a delayed response. What more teenagey things in this one? Oh, Rita
What a
Skeeter.
charismatic quartet.
That's right. Do they do the whole thing about her being a beetle? Does that get covered in this? I feel like no. She's not in the 5th either. Or down the line. Get the most famous
Should we
one
start with the
first.
youngest? Lovely.
Why isn't there a teacher with them while this is going on?
Just ignore the quill.
It's writing a lot,
You know
though.
ordinary boy at
And I'm
12,
not
are
saying
you?
anything.
14. Stop.
But yes, tabloids.
Serious.
This probably was going to be better ways to do this, but I mean, he has broken into Hogwarts before.
How?
So, he's not even really in this film, is he serious? It's just his face and his voice.
But he was going to use this man to get to me.
Murder. Or not yet,
I mean,
sorry.
only a dream.
You need his blood.
Who says I was talking to anyone? Her voice.
Well, he literally could have said, oh, it's serious, you know, I just wanted some advice on stuff.
Huh?
But they're
Probably
both
just practicing for your next
having a
interview, I
tiff.
expect.
Teenage tragedy. Isn't it just?
Just drop
You should have written it down and then gotten Hermione to hand it to her, to Harry.
Hagrid's looking for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you can tell Ronald.
I'm not an owl!
I mean, you did it for Ron.
I thought perhaps you weren't coming. I thought perhaps
Then
you
why am I here?
forgotten
Third
me.
wheeling on your date. Oh, literally, couldn't Hagrid have just said, hey, Harry, it's dragons? Instead, it's like, come, third wheel. They look like they totally have that under control.
Ron was here.
Oh, sure. His brother Charlie had to bring him over from Romania.
Charlie, who we never see in the movies.
I think so. I know so.
I'm
else?
mad at you.
Yeah.
And I'm
Stay
mad
away
at
from me.
you.
Fine.
I feel like I've had these conversations with toddlers. But teenagers and toddlers, there's similarities, right?
My father and I have a bet to see.
I'm just chilling
I don't
in
think
this
you're going to
tree.
last.
It does not look that comfortable.
Dummy!
Professor
Back
Moody!
shooting!
What are you
I
doing?
was like, what you doing?
Teaching!
And you would be terrified of that teacher after that. There's one's right at him now.
Come with me.
Harry's like, heck yeah, after that. Definitely.
What are your strengths?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Bet's taken! Bet's taken here! Stab a fight!
Fred and George have really ups in terms of their role in this one. So much to it.
Yes, sir.
I guess it's sort of starting to show where they're going, which is, you know, running their own business by the 6th. Her
Staring.
outfits have been a look.
The moment only four of
He
you
notices
fully
Hermione.
appreciate. What are you doing here, Miss Granger?
Oh,
People was like, have you always been here? Am I blind?
The Welsh Green?
It's so cute and tiny. I want one. Like, have they just made really tiny dragons, or is this just a spell like on a toy or something, and they'll eventually turn back into a toy? Either way, I want one. I was like, can I walk over? A little bit? Nope. I was about to say, it reminds me of the Game of Thrones ones, but I mean, people always design dragons the same because we have the general image in our head when we see them. Big lizards that breathe fire with wings. Yeah, the fact that he broke free, you'd think they'd maybe end it or something, make sure everyone stays safe, but because yeah, this ball looks much more dramatic, but in the book they're always just in the confines of the tournament ring. Because like with this, with how far they've gotten away from what's happening, you'd think teachers or someone would be trying to help, but I guess like they said, people die in this, it's dangerous, so just let it play out. It's like, Harry's been gone a while, when should we like send out a search party? Should we just wait? Like, it's Harry, he'll figure it out. Oh, hey, Ron.
The bloody hell was that?
Come to apologize.
This is going to be uncomfortable enough, that, or you know
I feel like they totally just stand there, though, and be like, but we're gonna stay.
Told you about the dragons.
Yeah,
Hagrid
but
warned me
I
about the dragons.
Told you
No, I did.
tell him.
No, I don't
That's
remember.
really me. Just, they said no one listened, but clearly everyone was just sitting and listening to that whole conversation.
Call for a night of well-mannered frivolity.
Well-mannered. Okay.
As representatives of the host school, I expect each and every one of you my waist. And extend your arm.
He was about to,
Approach, if you please.
Why do they have to travel in packs? And how are you supposed to get one on their own to ask them?
Guys, let me just do my weird workouts on my own. I mean, if he is like a famous sports player, he would have a gaggle of girls following him.
Like you without dates. Oh.
Look at your work. I found it funnier in the books where he literally, instead of this, he like just screams it at her across the room. She's like, yeah, okay.
Well, Hermione. You're a girl.
Solid start.
Oh, well spotted.
And Harry's like,
Can we run away?
He didn't hit Hermione though.
But I just wondered if you...
I just wondered if maybe you want to go to the ball with me.
What?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I can feel the awkwardness.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
Feel a bit awkward.
Fine.
But okay.
No problem. Okay, good.
They look cute. I like the colour matching between them. And the earrings. They really look like, you know, teenagers trying to do a formal dance. Just, you know, a bit awkward, but having fun.
It's got your wand in a knot.
A jerk.
Game strap. You're fat.
Harry's like, why am I here in the middle?
Next time there's a ball, pluck up the courage and ask me before somebody else does.
Older.
Ron, you spoiled everything!
Throw something at him.
What's this about?
There's usually someone crying though.
You know the prefect's bathroom on the 5th floor?
Don't know why he's so weird about it. It's like, the second clue, put the egg in the water. But instead let's do a vague hint.
I tried putting it in the water.
She's chilling in the toilet.
Long time. No.
She's a bit of a perv.
Litter.
I'm sure this is played off to be funny, but it's just kind of creepy. You never tell me about Gilly.
You know, if the effects of fresh water versus salt water.
You're telling me this now?
Do you have any other ideas, though, Mr. Potter? You guys float up first. Octopus thingies.
Thank you.
Oh, kisses.
And you helped.
I too would like kisses.
Wow.
Mr.
Crouch?
That felt too convenient.
Professor. Council may be prepared to order your immediate release.
Know what it is?
Teeny tiny bottle.
Oh, find the cup if you can, but be very wary. You could just lose yourselves along the way.
These are 14 and 17-year-olds. Well, that just cut off the sound, didn't it? Taking them out. One moment. I don't remember if they mention it, but yeah, it's because Mad Eye or Crouch's imperioed him.
Get down!
Classic Expelliarmus. Either disarm people or knock them out. Both.
1, 2, 3!
Yeah, who wants that?
Where are we?
He's just like, huh. Buy Cedric. Yeah, first do it this. The baby in the corner. Flop. This looks really funny. Cook it. I don't think this looks like a turn from here on out.
Dark Lord.
Hey. I was to see the picture of him in my head with like the dots.
Oh.
Look,
Such a handsome boy.
He does such a good job. Ralph Fiennes. Do they do villains much? I haven't seen them too much, but it might have been in like a behind the scenes thing I saw where Ralph Fiennes was saying like you take away the magical aspect of it, it's just a grown up dude torturing a 14-year-old.
Have it your way.
Was it called Priorian Cantatum? Ah, dang it. But yes. At least the battery's charged now, so hopefully it'll last the rest of the time.
What was he like?
You're acting.
The Dark Lord.
Sus there, sir. Oops. Polyjuice is out. I mean, if it takes months to make, you really should already have some there. I like sneaking entrance. Yeah, see, from this point on, it's not really children's movies, is it?
Cedric Diggory was murdered by Lord Voldemort.
That dang Voldemort.
The Ministry of Magic.
And Draco's in the background. He's barely in this one. Same with the 5th. It's not really the 6th. He kind of has more of a character arc. I like the rest of this is all just kind of set up for the 5th one. Just nose dives in. No? No, it doesn't. It's like a submarine. It did feel a bit slow at places rewatching it, but definitely a lot more different places that they hang out in. Like with the other ones, I feel like you're just kind of following them through each season, whereas with this one, with the trial, with the tournament, you're sort of following through, the first, second, third challenge, and then Voldemort. 4th kind of feels like I don't know, feels different again, but just feels very much like it's just setting up for Order of the Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know, I remember I always really liked the 5th, and it was one that I watched again in the theatre, the first one since the 2nd, because I sort of fell off the wagon for it in between, so excited to watch that next. Yeah, looking forward to that, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.